Hi, I'm Bellechasse, and today on Art Ventures, we are going to explore spring in Montreal to find inspiration for an art piece using photography that we will be making at the end. So, we are in the middle of spring and Montreal is still looking like this. Ugh. Until this week where things finally start to look alive. However, we have a problem. The tulips we planted this year failed horribly. So today, we are on a hunt for fresh spring flowers. Let's go! It's spring in Montreal and my tulips did not bloom, so we're gonna find some tulips today. Right now I'm at a park, but it's a little cloudy. What are these? Cute. For the Toronto, Montreal's spring comes a little bit later. It feels like a month later, truly. That color is tickling something in my brain. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. My brain is actively shifting to spring mode. Like, I feel high. I feel like my brain has forgotten green. Like, grass is supposed to be green, not brown. And to go with the green theme, I went to this cute matcha cafe called Horizons to enjoy a little break. Okay, so they just opened this place. It's basically the STM bus storage, I'm gonna say. And they made like a park on top of it so people can go through. Interesting. Montreal popped off with the design. I love it. Kind of reminds me of that Norwegian power plant. I think it's Norwegian or Swedish. Anyways, the Scandinavian power plant where they built like a garden and a park and like a ski slope during the winter. This is cute. Ah, the sun is out. Okay, now we're gonna head back to the path. Kind of looks like a ship. Look at them, there's so many. Very interesting. Just look at how many he made. Look at this. Very tetanus friendly. Just don't get yourself cut with it. It's called Deja Vu. Now he has a new style, and it's this ducks that you don't want to run into because you're gonna cut yourself. This one is new. He just built this a few years ago. And then here you can find studios. Lots of different warehouse spaces for different businesses. I can hear a gym, and I see a cafe and all that. It's cute. So pretty. I took a little pause in Little Italy to reminisce in my old neighborhood. The trees are green. We are at Talon market where they just started to open up for spring and summer season. And I found a very interesting breed of tulips that just called to me, and I just had to buy it. I just know I can create something beautiful with this. Okay, I got the tulips. I got the tulips. Okay, now we're just gonna have to cut it. And then my base here. It's our base. I don't know about y'all, but spring right now feels a little weird because of everything that's just been happening in the world. It feels a little hard to be grateful, I would say, or be okay with things. It just feels so helpless right now. And I'm trying to find a middle ground for me to be able to feel okay. Or find a way for me to have a better balance with what's going on, because I feel like it's so unhealthy to just concentrate about how it's so fucked up. Everything is so fucked up right now. So I just feel like I have to go back into myself and just look at my world and see where I can fix things. And that's about all I can do. And I think that's something that we can all do. Just concentrate on the things that you can change, because we really can't change everything. We really can't. So be kind to yourself, be kind to your community, focus on your community, see where you can help. Ask your family if they're doing okay. Ask your friends if they're mentally okay. Sometimes it just takes, just asking. And sometimes that's all they need. To me, sometimes that's all I need. If my partner asks me if I'm doing okay, that's good enough for me. Because sometimes all I need is someone to acknowledge that they see that I'm not doing okay. Hey. Oh my god, I almost fell. I may not have had success with my tulips, but at least I can get one inside.
A few moments later.
It has now been a few days and the flowers are open and they look amazing and they look a little bit more romantic, has more character. And I think they're ready for photos. Right now, I'm trying to test it out. Setting it up with Shutter. Shutter is an app where you can remote control your phone. It's better than the freaking kind of iOS.
Yeah.
I know it's dark, but I just changed it to this on the corner, and then we have our beauty dish here. And then we're just gonna see if this works better. Ooh. So what I'm planning here is we're gonna have my head. So we're just gonna take a picture of my head right here. And I feel like to represent that complicated feeling I have about spring, I'm gonna Photoshop the the tulips kind of coming out of my arms. Like this way. That's what I'm imagining. So let's see if that's gonna work. But right now I'm trying to figure out if I can make this lighting work. So this is my second setup for the lights. I'm just gonna see this and how'd that work? Let's see. Much better. Ew! It looks gross, but it's working. Let's see. It's just going to be my hand anyway, so it's going to be fine. The lighting's looking like this. So that's fine. That's good for my hand. We're just gonna use that one. I feel like we're ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this, and I just want to show you my setup right now. It's basically that. So I have my beauty dish, my camera's here, and then I have a bounce light right there. Okay, now I'm just gonna start doing my hands. So my hand's going to be like this, or like that. I don't know. I feel like something like delicate, very dainty would look great, and a little morbid when I open it up with the tulips coming out, just like that. Some of it look cute, so like that. I really like that one. This one's a little more dramatic. I love that. That one looks great. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try another round and see which one would look best. Lower the camera a bit. I feel like that's going to benefit me. Let's see. Oh yeah, much better. It's flower time. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna do something. I think I'm gonna do this first with just the bouquet. No, the flowers, the tulips by itself, and then I'm gonna separate them one by one. This is my setup right now. So we got the flowers there, and then you can see it here. I'm just gonna fix that a little bit and get the framing right. Okay, now we're gonna do individual flowers. I'm gonna put them in one at a time in this glass, and then we're gonna take a picture. Ah! Ah! No! They broke her. Wow. Look at her. Stop. Look at her. Look. Boom. Ba-boom. Got it. That's all the flowers. And now I'm tired. I need a little break. I need to go drink my tea. And then I'm gonna get editing. Gotta clean this up too. So break time. Need a little break. To you guys, it's probably like a few minutes. To me, it's been 3 to 4 hours doing that thing. Setup, lighting, all of that. It's a lot of work. Okay, I'm gonna sit down for a bit and I'll be right back, and I'll get to editing. Maybe I'll take a nap first. Who knows?
A few moments later.
So I took a nap, and it's 5 hours later. Now I'm here editing. So it's editing time. Right now I'm culling and choosing the images that I like by marking them green. I then import them into Affinity for raw editing, where I fix the exposure and color. once I have the colors done, I start to close cut each image so that they could be used for compositing. Many times it's not perfect, so I have to clean them manually. Here I'm trying out different background colors to see which one works best. I settled with a light beige color. So I finished my composition, and now I think I just need to blend it in, do the little slit on my wrist, little morbidity, little gore in there, and then we're gonna see what it looks like after. Here's the final composition that I came up with. I'm tired. I'm retiring for tonight, and I need to make dinner. So I'll continue this tomorrow.
Oh, honey.
It's the next day and it's time to edit some more. Hopefully I finish this by today. I copy and paste part of the arm into a new layer so that I can use the liquify tool. I painted out the layer of the skin with the lasso tool and then paint inside with red to simulate the innards of my arms. I start incorporating the layers by using shadows. At this point, I have spent hours on this piece, and I was getting tired, but I didn't give up. I continued. More shadow blending to make it more realistic. I don't use multiply, I use darken because I think it looks better. This part took the longest because I painted the blood manually and I needed a reference for blood to see how I can make it look more realistic. I recommend always using a reference when you don't know how to do something. I used the bright red to simulate the light coming through to the liquid, as well as a little bit of the reflection, so that we see that it's kind of wet looking. I added more shadows in the background to add more depth. And finally, it is done. I think this dichotomy of emotions is what I want to communicate. I want to be happy and enjoy the beauty and rebirth that spring has to offer. It just seems so empty in the backdrop of war, violence, and the difficulty facing myself and many others about the current economic situation. This spring, there is beauty, but there's also pain and gore. I try to combine the two in this piece to show what I'm currently feeling inside, a cluster of conflicting emotions that I think is felt by many, not just my own. And I think this piece really encapsulates this weird feeling, this weird dichotomy that we have right now. That spring is supposed to be about rebirth and beauty, but it's also right now within this political climate, a very difficult time, a very painful time. It's violent and it's also very unnerving. And I think that's what I'm trying to say about this. It's just there is this morbidity into this beauty, because I want to be happy, but the world is not in the same sense. The world is not okay. If you like this video, subscribe. I'll be making more art venture videos in the coming months, weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna try every week, but that's all I have right now. Anyways, bye.